Your person is moving through a powerful and overwhelming wave of emotional energy, and at the heart of it all is their deep longing for you. On a soul level, their higher self is constantly reaching out, trying to bridge the distance between you. This pull is not just emotional, it's energetic. You may have noticed sudden shifts in your mood, moments of intense sadness, or even physical sensations in your body, particularly around your heart chakra. These experiences are not random, they are signs that your person is tugging on your energy, seeking the comfort and connection they once felt when you were close. In their heart, they know that you are unforgettable. You are etched into their soul in a way no one else has ever been. This isn't just about attraction or fond memories, it's about a connection that feels faded, rare, and unshakable. They have never encountered anyone who makes them feel the way you do. You touch something in them that goes beyond the physical or the emotional, you speak directly to their spirit. No matter who they meet or where they go, there is an emptiness that others cannot fill. They find themselves searching for traces of you in other people's faces, voices, and gestures, yet they always end up disappointed. No one compares to you because your energy is so rare, pure, magnetic, and in perfect alignment with the source. Lately, they have been wandering through life with a quiet ache, feeling as though something essential is missing. There's a sense of loneliness they cannot seem to shake. It has grown even stronger now that you have shifted your focus inward, reclaiming your energy and prioritizing your own growth. You are no longer chasing them either energetically or in the physical world. You've stepped into your own power, and that change is impossible for them not to notice. Where once they may have felt the comfort of your attention and pursuit, now there is a silence that forces them to sit with themselves. That absence speaks volumes. You are everything they have ever wanted, everything they didn't even know they were looking for until they found you. Yet, when they had the chance to choose you fully, they didn't. It wasn't because you weren't enough, it was because they couldn't see themselves as enough. Their lack of self-confidence and lingering self-doubt kept them from stepping into the connection wholeheartedly. In some ways, they may have felt unworthy of the love you offered so freely. The thought of letting you in completely terrified them, and so they pulled away. Whether consciously or not, they ghosted you, leaving you with unanswered questions and unspoken words. At the time, they may have thought it was the easier path. Now, that decision weighs heavily on them. The memory of disappearing from your life haunts them. It replays in their mind during quiet moments, those times when they can't distract themselves with work, friends, or surface-level interactions. They think about the times you were there for them, the way you made them feel safe and seen, and the moments when your presence alone was enough to calm their storms. They realize now that walking away didn't erase the connection, if anything, it made it stronger in their awareness. The love they feel for you hasn't faded, it has deepened, colored by the regret of knowing they had something extraordinary and failed to hold on to it. They want to make things right between you. This isn't just about soothing their conscience, it's about honoring the truth of what they feel. They are beginning to understand that this kind of bond doesn't come around often, perhaps not even twice in a lifetime. The desire to reconnect, to rebuild trust, and to show up differently is growing within them. They know it will take more than words to heal what has been broken. It will take consistent actions, vulnerability, and a willingness to face the fears that kept them from choosing you in the first place. Your energy, even in your absence, continues to inspire them. They see you stepping into your power, focusing on your own happiness, and aligning more deeply with your own path. This both draws them in and challenges them. They know they can't return to you as the same person they were before, they must grow, heal, and rise to meet the love they once turned away from. The idea of doing right by you isn't just a hope, it's becoming a necessity in their heart. They are realizing that their soul will not rest until they face the truth of what they feel and the choices they made. In quiet moments, when they close their eyes, they can still feel your presence, like a gentle warmth that fills the space between breaths. Sometimes it's a flash of a smile they remember, or the sound of your laughter echoing in their memory. Other times, it's the way your energy felt, grounded yet electric, peaceful yet alive. It is this feeling, above all, that keeps pulling them back to thoughts of you. They know they can meet countless people, share countless conversations, and even form new bonds, but none will ever mirror the unique frequency of your connection. You are, to them, the one who got away, not because of fate's cruelty, but because of their own fear. Now, as they stand in the aftermath of their choices, they are beginning to see the path forward. It won't be easy. The journey to make amends and bridge the distance will require courage, humility, and time. But the thought of losing you forever, of never having the chance to truly honor the connection, has become far more painful than the fears that once held them back. And so, with each day that passes, the pull toward you grows stronger, guided by the quiet but persistent voice of their higher self. It whispers that this connection is worth fighting for, that the love they feel is not an illusion, and that somewhere deep down, you may still feel it too. Things became stagnant in our connection because I wasn't contributing nearly as much as you were. From the very beginning, you were fearless in your efforts, putting your whole heart into making things grow, nurturing what we had as though it was the most fragile yet precious thing in your life. You kept showing up, again and again, with unwavering dedication, while I allowed my fear, my insecurities, and my own inner battles to get in the way. I stood still when I should have been moving forward with you. I hesitated when I should have been reaching out. And slowly, without even realizing it, I became a shadow in a connection that you were carrying almost entirely on your own. I've seen with my own eyes the struggles you went through, the heavy burdens you carried silently. You never complained, not once, even when life was cruel and the path was steep. You've always believed that nothing truly worth having comes easily, and you lived by that truth. You put in the work, day after day, because you believed in us. But I, in my selfishness and short-sightedness, failed to value your sacrifices. I was too wrapped up in my own fears, too absorbed in my own mind to see clearly the depth of your love and the cost of your commitment. I was a fool for not opening up about my feelings. There were moments when I wanted to speak, to share the depths of my heart, but I kept holding back. You played all the roles: friend, partner, supporter, guide. You took action for me when I couldn't act for myself. You took charge of this connection, protecting and nurturing it, while I only took and enjoyed the warmth you provided without offering enough in return. I was a receiver, never a true giver, and I realize now how unbalanced and unfair that was to you. The truth is, I feel embarrassed, even ashamed, for being so weak in my role. As a man, I should have been your safe place, your steady ground, the one who could carry you when you were tired. But instead, as a woman, you were the one who showed strength, resilience, and the courage to keep going, even when I had nothing to give. You never backed off, even in the most difficult moments, while I let selfishness and avoidance take the wheel. And the worst part? When you were emotionally broken and truly needed me the most, I didn't step up. I should have been there, without hesitation, but I wasn't. That failure will always stay with me. I'm deeply sorry for letting you down, for betraying the trust you placed in me, and for taking your love for granted. My ego and my fear became walls that separated me from you, and in building those walls, I trapped myself as well. I destroyed my own inner peace and my own happiness, all because I couldn't let go of my pride long enough to see the truth. You were the greatest blessing in my life. Our friendship, our connection, it was one of the most precious gifts the divine ever offered me. but I was blind to its true value until it was too late. I thought it would always be there, that somehow you would keep holding on no matter how little I gave back. But love doesn't work that way, and neither does trust. Once it's broken, it's hard to rebuild. And now I sit here, looking back, realizing that I lost something irreplaceable. I miss you, not just your presence, but your laughter, your encouragement, your ability to see the best in me even when I was showing you the worst. I miss the way you believed in us, the way you fought for what we had. I miss your strength, your kindness, your unwavering loyalty. Most of all, I miss the feeling of being connected to you, of knowing that someone out there truly understood me. There are nights when I replay our memories, searching for the moment when everything shifted. I wonder if there was a point where I could have chosen differently, where I could have been braver, more honest, more willing to meet you halfway. I wonder if I could have prevented the distance that grew between us. And though I know I can't change the past, I can't help but wish I had tried harder when it mattered most. If I could speak to you now, I would tell you everything I held back before. I would tell you how much I admired your strength, how deeply I respected your determination, and how much your love meant to me, even when I didn't know how to show it. I would tell you that you deserved far better than the half-hearted version of me you received, and that I am working every day to become someone worthy of the kind of love you gave so freely. I know apologies can't erase the hurt I caused. I know my words can't undo the damage or bring back the trust we once shared. But I hope that, wherever you are, you know that I see it all now, every sacrifice, every moment of patience, every silent struggle you endured for the sake of what we had. I hope you know that I carry the weight of my mistakes not as a burden to pity myself over, but as a reminder of the kind of person I never want to be again. You were, and always will be, one of the most important chapters in my life. Even though that chapter has closed, its lessons will stay with me forever. And though I may never get the chance to hold you close again, I will always hold you in my heart, with gratitude, love, and the deepest regret. I miss you, love, more than words can ever truly express. Your partner is currently in a state of emotional chaos, feeling pulled in several different directions internally. Their mind and heart are not aligned, and this has caused them to act in ways that have been unpredictable, inconsistent, and at times, toxic. As a result, you've had no choice but to put some emotional and physical distance between the two of you, not because you stopped caring, but because their constant back-and-forth energy became draining. You needed to protect your own peace and give yourself the space to breathe. This hasn't been easy, for either of you, but it was necessary to maintain your own emotional balance. Even from this distance, though, your partner is still sending you waves of intense and sensual energy. It's almost as if, even without direct contact, you can still feel them reaching out to you energetically, trying to pull you back toward them. This energy is filled with passion, longing, and desire, yet it's accompanied by a heavy sense of fear. Despite the strength of their emotions, they are deeply afraid to face you in person. The thought of a direct, face-to-face conversation intimidates them because it would require vulnerability, honesty, and the possibility of confronting their own mistakes. It's true that they have made attempts to push you away in the past. They've distanced themselves, perhaps even convincing themselves at moments that it was for the best. But no matter how far they tried to run or how many distractions they surrounded themselves with, their feelings for you have not wavered. They have never been able to replace the connection you share. No matter who comes and goes from their life, you remain the one who lingers in their thoughts, the one they find themselves returning to mentally, over and over again. Deep down, your partner knows that before they can truly have a productive, heartfelt conversation with you, they must first find emotional stability within themselves. They understand that their current state of mind is not conducive to building trust or creating the safe, supportive connection you both need. This awareness, however, doesn't erase the longing they feel for you. In fact, it may be what is motivating them to work on themselves. They know that coming to you in the same unstable way they have in the past would only repeat the same painful cycle, and they want to break that pattern. If they have ignored your messages, blocked your number, or otherwise shut you out before, they are beginning to feel the urge to reverse those decisions. The silence they once used as a shield now feels heavy and suffocating to them. They are starting to realize that avoidance has only deepened the emotional gap between you, and they are no longer comfortable with that distance. Soon, they may take the step to unblock you, to open that channel of communication once more, and to reach out in a way that signals they are ready to talk, truly talk. They see the bond between you as something rare, something pure, something that transcends ordinary relationships. To them, your connection isn't just about physical attraction or even romantic love alone, it carries a spiritual depth. They may not have the perfect words to describe it, but in their heart, they recognize that this is a connection that touches the soul. This awareness brings with it both comfort and a sense of urgency. Comfort, because they know something this real cannot be easily broken, and urgency, because they fear losing it altogether if they wait too long. There is also a quiet but powerful happiness within them when they think about you. Even though the current reality between you might be complicated, they can't help but smile when memories of you surface. That happiness is paired with a deep ache, the ache of missing you, of wishing they could see you, hold you, and speak to you without the barriers that currently exist. They imagine long, uninterrupted conversations where everything is laid out on the table, where misunderstandings dissolve, and where both of you can feel heard and understood. From their perspective, time is not an obstacle to this bond. They see your connection as something that exists beyond the limits of time, something that remains alive regardless of weeks, months, or even years of separation. They believe that true communication between the two of you can't be permanently blocked by circumstances, misunderstandings, or the actions of others. In their mind, nothing can truly stop them from loving you, no matter how tangled the situation has become. And perhaps most importantly, they believe, with a deep, unwavering certainty, that you are their true soulmate. This belief isn't based solely on passion or fleeting emotions, it's something that has grown stronger despite the challenges, the silences, and the distance. To them, you are not just another chapter in their life story, you are the person they see as the other half of their soul. They may struggle to express this fully in words, and their actions in the past may not have always reflected this truth, but within them, it's there, an unshakable knowing. Right now, they are on the edge of transformation. Their emotional chaos is still present, but it is slowly being met with self-awareness and a longing to make things right. They are beginning to see that the only way forward is to face themselves first, to confront the fears, insecurities, and past mistakes that have kept them from truly opening up to you. And while you may still be keeping your distance for your own well-being, they are quietly preparing for the moment when they can bridge that gap. Until then, the invisible thread between you remains intact, pulling at both of your hearts. And though they may not yet be ready to speak the words they long to say, they carry them inside, waiting for the day they can look you in the eyes and let the truth flow freely, that no matter the time, the distance, or the struggles, you are, and always have been, the one.